this is Eva with Glam It Up, and today we're talking about using eyeshadow as eyeliner. And this is something I like to do pretty much every day. I don't actually have it on now because I'm going to be applying some for you in just a moment. But what I mean is it's my preferred method of eyeliner application for a few reasons. Mainly because it gives me a much softer line than I'm able to get from gel and pencil. I still use my gel and pencil liners, but I mostly use those for evening looks, for more dramatic looks when I'm going out. But for day-to-day, I love using eyeshadow. In addition to giving me a softer line, it also gives me a really nice cohesive eye look because I can use the same colors as in the shadow above my lid, below my lid, and it really ties the look together nicely without making the eyeliner too prominent. And that's something that I prefer for my face, for my coloring, and just for my lifestyle in general. And the final reason that I really like using eyeshadow as liner is because I have lots of palettes like the Tartelette and Bloom, which I love, that has this whole row of dark shades that are just too dark for me. I prefer a natural eye look, and I have really fair coloring, so those shadows rarely get used. I use them if I'm doing, you know, a smoky eye, but when I use them as eyeliner, I can actually use them. Okay, so let me talk to you about my favorite brushes. So I'm going to show you two of my favorites here. And these two are both from Real Techniques. Nick and Sam, the Pixie Woo sisters here on YouTube, love their videos, really love their brushes. And these two are conveniently sold as a set. They are the square detailer brush, which I like to use to apply eyeshadow as eyeliner under my eyes because it gives me a really precise liner application. And this is called the definer brush, and I like to use this above my eyes where I can be a little bit bolder. Okay, so let me show you how I apply them. Here are the colors that I'm wearing today. I have them all in this MAC quad. So I have Bamboo on the lid, soft brown in the crease, and Texture in the outer V. So I'm going to use Texture as my eyeliner color. If I wanted something a little bolder, I would go a few shades darker, but staying in the same general color family, and this is Antique, so I use that one quite a bit as well. But today I'm going to show you what happens just when I use the same color. So this is Texture. So I'm using the square detailer brush, which, as I mentioned, I really like for under eye. I start on the outside edge and work toward the middle with short strokes. And this allows me to deposit the most color on the outside of the eye and the least amount on the inside. And I'm applying this in short strokes, as I mentioned, as close to the lash line as possible. I'm really just trying to fill in the spaces of the lash line and also just create a very thin line that's going to complement the colors that I have on the top of my eye. So there you see it. It's very subtle. This is the unlined eye and this is the lined eye. When you use the color in the outer third, it's very subtle. As I mentioned, you can darken it up to your taste, but this is what I like just for every day. Let me do the other eye really quickly just so I don't look like a crazy one-eyed makeup girl. So for me, with a color like this that isn't too bold, I probably, you know, go apply it 2 or 3 times. It doesn't take a great deal of time, but there you have it. That's my natural under eye look. Now let's have a little fun. I'm going to show you how I use my other brush, the definer brush, on the top of my eye, and we're going to go in with a pop of color because this is another thing that I love about using eyeshadow as eyeliner. You can introduce a fun, bold color without making it too ba-bam, take over your face. So I'm going to use a silvery gray because I have very warm shades on the lid. A silvery gray is really going to pop. And this particular one is right here. It's called Silver Spoon. I apologize, this is a palette that is no longer sold. This was just a Sephora Point Perk from Too Faced. This could really be any color. This is just the one I happened to grab. So let me show you how I apply this. Since I have a sparkly, bold color here, I'm not going to use the same short strokes that I would if I was just using a matte shade because I don't want these sparkles raining down my face. I really don't want to have to deal with too much fallout. So I'm basically just going to apply this as close to the lash line as possible. So as you can see, I'm just applying it with a little flick just to get the color down on my lid. This particular color is pretty bold, so I only need to do this once. And there you have it. So let me show you again on the other eye. Basically placing the brush with a tiny flick as close to my lashes as possible to create this line. And there it is. Sparkle, 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 sparkle. So there is my fun line, and I am challenging you, all of you, as well as my YouTube partner, Beth, to try this pop of color with your own eyeshadow application. I've used warm colors, so the silver really pops. If you prefer cooler shades, if you did like a gray smoky eye, or even just a gray kind of more everyday application, a line of gold or bronze on the upper eye or lower eye would be just gorgeous. Or if you're doing something that's sort of subtly green toned, burgundy, a burgundy sparkly shade would be just beautiful. So I'm challenging you to introduce this to your everyday routine and see how you like it. That's all for me today. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Oh, and I should mention that this was a requested video, and Beth and I love requests, so please keep them coming. Thank you again. Bye.